Hi. So we did create, manifested our whole life, and God let us do this because we had to have obstacles in our way to overcome because we wouldn't have been happy unless we created our own journey our own way and didn't have obstacles in our way to go through. So you're on point, and it makes sense because we did this. We did our own journeys and we manifested every situation that we came across. And it's not that these people hated me or anything. It's a reflection of myself going back to them at the time. And that's the obstacles I created in my own life, my own journey to overcome them obstacles, which is my shadows, my demons. And now the ones that were in my life, my reflection of myself, they now will have that door open to be a reflection of themselves, to go back into their own selves. And that's what these awakenings are all about, a reflection of self. And that we all create. And we will be graduating, if not already. And the next step is going around healing the world, opening that door in the healing way now, not just by mouth, because that's already been done. Now we have to ground it in the earth. And I think that's what's going to be happening. There's going to be us going around the world before the rapture comes, and then when it's all healed and said and done, we get to enjoy life with God and Jesus up there in the rapture. And I think maybe that's what's going to happen. Not sure, but we are a mirror of each other, reflections. And now they get to have that door open to where they get to open up their own schooling, what they want to experience in life, their own obstacles in life that they created on themselves. But we had opened the doors for them to create their own journeys and obstacles in their way. Now that they got ours out of the way, they get to go through theirs, their own creations of what they wanted to manifest in their life. And creating this with God, taking time out with Him, learning, still learning. I'll always be a student before a teacher because I always will be learning, and that goes within to talk to God. And when He leaves me, it's not fun because then I have to figure out why He left me, and I got to figure out what He wants me to do. And sometimes, it's hard to read Him. There was one time I went out of town, well, a different place I should say, and I kept seeing the same things on the synchronicities on a Wendy's thing everywhere I went. And I was like, man, what did I do here? So I had to figure out how to get back to Him, and go back in within and do my shadow work, because the shadow work I was facing wasn't very nice. So you have to go in to face yourself to heal the wounds. And because I kept seeing them signs for at least a month, I was like, I don't understand. So I had to take time out, and it wasn't just about awakenings. It was about going within and learning God and having that build up that trust again with God, and knowing that you're on the right path with God. You just have to have faith in Him and opening them doors. And you have to do it scared, and I've learned you got to do it scared. Everything I do it's not easy, but God makes me do it. And now the people can open up that door to their own obstacles to learn God, whether it be this lifetime or next lifetime, or some may wake up, but that it may not be time for them to wake up, because everybody will graduate eventually. They will be able to come back to life. I think, I don't know, even if the ones that really harmed you, that they may have to go through some cycles of getting hurt themselves maybe. But anyway, that's nothing to do here or there. But they have free will, just like we have free will. And to go through this experience, with God, opening up doors for other people to go through these experiences and to graduate is going to be nice. And learning to be with God, go within with God, and, going by these synchronicities and stuff, deeper on a deeper level. That way you understand what God wants. Because it's not always a thought that he's going by. He's showing you through a deeper level of showing. And so it's very important to go within. I'm learning. And I do that all the time because I had a rush. I feel like, when I started my journey, I had a rush. And I didn't have time to go within a lot. But now, I have time to go within and enjoy the moments I have and learn what my next steps are before they even happen, which he does that anyway for me. Don't get me wrong, he does open doors for me, and he gives me 10 steps ahead of my enemy. And so it's a learning experience. And, you just don't want to you just want to leave quietly. And that's what I try to do all the time, but God messes that up. He likes to stir things up a lot. But I think this time will be different because these people are awake now. They know my journey. They know who I am, and they know my purpose now. And they should be opening their own doors to have their own purpose. But it is the cool looking moon, Crescent moon, that's synchronicities, signs and synchronicities. I can't even talk today, but it's nice when God's with you and shows you, because he will make you fall, not on your butt, but he will get you to sit your butt down and listen and do the journey and learn, go after the signs and write down the numbers that you see and then look them up, because he's going to show you the ones that are made for you, not what you see. It's what's on your page. And that's a learning experience for everybody, even me, because I'm still a student learning. I have to go deeper within sometimes when he lets go of me, because that's what he's going to do. He's going to let you go to see how faithful you're going to be and how much you trust in him. So you're right on point. This earth is a major school in what you want to experience in life. Love you.